Happy Madaraka Day to you, our viewers, from wherever you're watching this live broadcast from. We appreciate you, we honor you, and this just to inform you that the 62nd Madaraka Day celebrations that went down at the Raila Odinga Stadium in Homa Bay County under the theme of Blue Economy and Maritime Affairs has concluded. Happy Madaraka Day. This is KBC Lunchtime News. I'm Doreen Arange, and Wangeshi is our sign language interpreter. Let's inform you on the very latest that is shaping the news this Sunday afternoon. The National Authority for the Campaign Against Alcohol and Drug Abuse, NACADA, has embarked on a crackdown on shisha dens with the Nairobi region. NACADA's head of enforcement, Nicholas Koskei, leading the operations in Nairobi, where several shisha items were seized by police at Ledet Bar and restaurant along Agwikskodek in Hurlingham. One suspect was arrested and is awaiting arraignment next week. The exercise was conducted just a few hours after Kenya commemorated World No Tobacco Day and suspended the sale of nicotine products.
As we all know, today is a World No Tobacco Day celebration, and we as the government we want to ensure that our people or our generation does not continue consuming issues of nicotine products. As we can be aware, our CS today also made sure, or he informed that the public should have their license being suspended, those importers of nicotine products being suspended until they are vetted once again. We shall continue with the crackdown on issues of shisha, issues of tobacco products which are illegal within the nation of Kenya. So the message is very clear: let us desist. Any public has the authority to report to NACADA, that is 1192, on issues of all issues of NACADA, whether alcohol abuse or issues of drugs.
National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula says Western Kenya region has benefited in terms of development projects by the broad-based government, contrary to claims by a section of leaders that the region has been sidelined. Speaking in Matayos, Busia County, Wetangula said he has managed to link Western Kenya leaders, including governors, to the national government to root for more development projects. His sentiments were echoed by Teso North legislator Oku Kaunya.
Nilipokea appointment magavana wetu Otuoma, Barasa, Lusaka na Utiji. Wakaenda wakati na president kuongea mambo ya maendeleo na mambo ya kuwapatia watu wetu kazi. Kama hawakuwa sawasawa, hamwezi kusema baba wa Roma na mbaya.
Sisi watu wa Busia hapa kuna mambo kidogo inatokea, kwa sababu ukienda kuwinda na mweze kupata, tunataka kuona ile kidogo tumepata tukisaidiana. Unfortunately, sisi tunaona ni kama hii mambo vile inaenda vikati na watu.
Tunashukuru kwa yale ambayo mmefanya. Najua kuna yale mengine ambayo imebaki na tunataka kuomba kupitia wewe Spika. Kuna mabarabara ambayo hapo awali ilitajwa.
Siaya County woman member of the National Assembly, Dr. Christine Ombaka, is calling for the deployment of a special unit to tackle rising cases of rape and murder of schoolgirls in Gem constituency. Details on this and other stories making headlines in our county news roundup.
Siaya County woman member of the National Assembly, Dr. Christine Ombaka, says the disturbing cases of rape and murder have turned a once peaceful region into a hotspot of gender-based violence.
Gem has been a very peaceful constituency, but suddenly we are seeing an upsurge of violence, particularly violence that are related to gender-based. A lot of rape, a lot of violation, a lot of killing, and insecurity is on the rise.
Meanwhile, Matayos Member of Parliament Geoffrey Odanga has raised concern over rising cases of child trafficking in Busia County. He urged residents to help security teams in identifying trafficking rings.
Wananchi mnatakana mtusaidie kukomesha huo mtindo. Ni mtindo mbaya sana. Hatungetaka huo mtindo uendelee kujirudia. Na vijana na watoto wadogo pia mkuwe makini sana. Kwa sababu hii trafficking ni kuuza, wakati mwingine wanakudanganya, wanataka kupeleka sijui wapi, waende ufanye kazi wapi. Wakati wako kwenda kufanya kazi bado haupo. Haujafika. Soma, ukae hapa, kama kuna wakati utafika wa kwenda kufanya kazi hata nje. Utaenda wakati ule. Na nyinyi wote wananchi mtusaidia katika policing ya hiyo hayo mambo.
And in Trans Nzoia County, as the country prepares to transition learners from grade 9 to grade 10 competence-based education system, stakeholders have been challenged to encourage more learners to take up science, technology, and engineering and mathematics pathways.
And come next year, they'll be joining senior school, and they have already formed in their mind the pathway that they are going to join. And with this exposure to STEM activities, many of them now, their interest is more aroused and are likely to pick STEM subjects, because STEM pathway.
Elsewhere in Maragua constituency, Murang'a County, residents of Gashugi slums in Makuyu are appealing to the government to resolve a long-standing land dispute with Kakuzi Company Limited. They accuse the company of surveillance through drones and decry poor living conditions.
Tuko na shida ya hii shamba yetu yenye tulipewa na kampuni ya Kakuzi, yenye tunashindwa hii kampuni tena mahali imefika inakatalianga kwa nini? Kwa sababu already wasahamisha watu 10. Hao tunashindwa kama shamba haikuwa yetu, kwa nini walirudi wakaanza kukataa na hii shamba yetu?
Finally, Big Kenya has marked its 75th anniversary with a rallying call on Kenyans to support the ongoing national tree planting program. Company employees, partners and pupils planted tree seedlings in a bid to promote environmental conservation and support the country's climate change goals.
As capture, we will wish that every child plants 2 trees in school, the fruity trees, and the same child plants the 2 trees back at home.
And a 65-year-old widow, Mary Atieno from Hamisi sub-county in Vihiga County, along with her 15 grandchildren, now have a place to call home. Thanks to the Rogers Foundation, an ungovernmental organization, the foundation rescued the family from the streets, built a new house and furnished it. Mary's previous home had collapsed, leaving her and her grandchildren exposed to the cold, especially with the ongoing heavy rains in the western region.
At the home of Mary Atieno, a 65-year-old widow in Hamisi sub-county, Vihiga County, residents flocked to celebrate the beginning of a new chapter, courtesy of Rogers Foundation, a charity organization that rescued her and her 15 grandchildren from the cold streets where she had sought refuge after her previous house collapsed. The foundation donated foodstuff, furnished her house, and even gave her capital to start a business to earn a living.
Hata Mbogea anaweza kuuza nguo kidogo alafu asaidie watoto wake. Sio ni vizuri tukimsaidia. So nitamfungulia hiyo kibanda. Apate hizo nguo. Aende huko Kibuye, anunue nguo auze ndio alishe watoto. Si ndio?
The widow could not hide her joy following the charitable move, as she recalled how she had suffered in the cold until a good Samaritan came calling.
Niko na furaha kubwa, nasikia tu viruke na sijui naweza sema kwa nini. Sijui chenye naweza sema. Mvua imeninyesea kwa hii nyumba, mvua ikikuja sasa singita na nachoka. Unaona huyu mchuku mdogo huyu wasatu wake huyu mwisho. Ananiuliza, "Mama, mbona unakasirika?" Na mimi nitafanya nini? Aliniambia siku moja, "Mama, nyamaza. Mimi kesho nitakujengia nyumba. Wacha tu mvua itunyeshe."
A family in the Aleles village, Busia County, is appealing to well-wishers to help them raise 2 million shillings needed to enable their kin to undergo a kidney transplant. Erickson Paul's kidney have failed and are preventing him from fending for himself and his family. His family says it can't afford the medical bill.
When Erickson Paul left home for this city, he had big dreams. He had hoped to find a job and change fortunes back home. But in January this year, the dream suffered a huge setback. He was taken ill and the doctor told him that his kidneys were failing and he needed treatment and a replacement.
Inanistrain sana. Sometimes even turning kwangu ni ngumu sana.
Paul is now on dialysis twice a week.
I've been in dialysis since January na imekuwa ngumu sana kwangu. Even kusurvive, sometimes you go to dialysis, unatoka huko umechoka, kizunguzungu, sometimes unaishiwa na nguvu.
The doctor said Paul needs a kidney transplant. Paul needs 2 million shillings for a kidney replacement, an amount the family can't afford. The family is calling on well-wishers to come to its aid and assist Erickson Paul get back to his normal life.
Hatuna chochote kabisa, hata mkiangalia wahisani waweze kutusaidia katika hii familia. Bado tunahitaji Eric, mtusaidie kwa hakika.
Na hii boma sisi hatuna mbele wala nyuma, hatuna chochote.
You can channel your contribution to pay bill number 4145403. Account name, your name. Yusufar reporting for Lunchtime News.
Yeah, and you can channel your contributions to that pay bill number that is on your screen. That is 4145403. 4145403. Account name, your name. That will go a long way in aiding Erickson to get that kidney transplant. Land is ready to connect the Horn of Africa to global markets through its ports, strengthen the livestock and agriculture sector, and pioneer renewable energy solutions. President Abdirahman Mohamed Abdullahi says over the decades, the Republic has prioritized education, healthcare, and women's empowerment, ensuring that development reaches every community.
Pomp and colour characterize the Somaliland community in Kenya Assembly at the Kenyatta International Convention Centre. From cultural songs to attire, the attendees came ready for a fiesta. President Abdurrahman Muhammad Abdullahi affirmed Somaliland's citizenry experienced in different sectors and its readiness to share the same at the continental and global level.
We want to provide for free how PBR projects, all main projects, and made in Africa. We made PBR projects in Somaliland. We have the experience.
Accompanying President Abdullahi was former director of Kenya Anti-Corruption Commission, Professor P.L.O. Lumumba, who announced plans to set up a Pan-African Institute in Hargeisa.
I hope that you will also, in the forefront of championing reparation, which is the agenda of the African Union for this year. And you have no shortage of supporters in the continent of Africa and outside of the continent of Africa. Somaliland will gain acceptance in the world as it should.
On her part, Wajir woman representative Fatuma Abdi Jeho called on the head of state to expand the inclusion of women and youth in the day-to-day affairs of the Republic so that they may also get a share of the national cake.
I will request you to give the youth in your country a listening ear. We are called the Gen Zs, but we are very good people. As women, we are the flowers of the country. And I'm also requesting you that in your government, as you make it broader, kindly accommodate more women in your government.
Beyond borders, rooted in a shared heritage, your presence here today marks the growing relationship between our two people. Let this visit be the foundation a greater engagement in the years ahead.
President Abdullahi urged the persons present to live with a renewed energy to build, advocate and secure the recognition the Republic deserves. Yusufar reporting for Lunchtime News.
A new type of grass is sparking hope for pastoralists in Turkana County who are grappling with dwindling pasture, harsh climate and rising fodder costs. Farmers are now turning to Junkao grass, a fast-growing, nutrient-packed fodder that's already transforming the region's livestock industry. 1 acre of Junkao can yield up to 180 tons of fodder a year, enough to feed 20 cows or even 200 goats. Developed over 3 decades by researchers in China and promoted by the United Nations in more than 100 countries, Junkao grass not only feeds livestock, but it also helps combat desertification and soil degradation. Livestock keepers speak of the benefits of the grass.
I want to encourage the Department of Livestock Production. We want to take this technology in every ward. It is a very good food security aspect. It can increase our livestock production.
Where are the grasses? Where are the nutrition? That's why your cattle get mature in 5 up to 6 years. Using Junkao grass, the cow can get mature in 12 months up to 18 months, and the body growing to 400 up to 500 kilos.
4 minutes past 2 p.m. Due for a break now. We come back with more, including sports. Stay with us.
Kenya tunayoipenda, Kenya nchi tunayoipenda, twajivunia sana tukijiita wa Kenya, nchi yenye.
Je, umewahi kuwa na deni ya KRA? Basi usiwe na shaka. KRA wakishirikiana na KBC wamekuandalia roadshow murwa kabisa. Jiunge nasi tukufahamishe kuhusu KRA Tax Amnesty Program na jinsi utakavyoweza kusamehewa adhabu na riba na KRA. Pia tutakuwa tunakusaidia kujaza fomu za kodi za mwaka 2024 na kukusaidia na huduma za KRA kwa mtaa wako. Jumanne tarehe 3 mwezi Juni tutakuwa maeneo ya Machakos kuanzia Syokimau na kupitia Mlolongo, Kitengela, Athi River, Machakos, Mutituni na tumalizie Tala. KRA, tulipe ushuru, tujitegemee.
Tushangilie Kenya, taifa letu tukufu, Kenya tunayoipenda. Sana tukijiita wa Kenya, nchi yenye ba.
Welcome back. You're on Lunchtime News. And our President William Ruto has called on Kenyans to embrace change, saying the country was firmly on the right path of progress and the bottom-up agenda was now a reality. The head of state made the call when he led Kenyans in marking the 62nd Madaraka Day at the Raila Odinga Stadium in Homa Bay County. The festivities were also attended by visiting Slovenian President Natasha Musar, Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki, and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, among other dignitaries.
Raila Odinga Stadium ni kwamba vikosi hivi vinaendelea kufanya maonyesho huku.
I am pleased to announce today that we shall be proposing to Parliament a reform to the law that will allow any contributor to access an affordable home loan of up to 5 million shillings at a single-digit interest rate, applicable towards any housing unit in the market. For the first time in Kenya's history, under SHA, citizens can access free emergency services in all facilities funded by the government through the Emergency Critical and Chronic Illness Fund. The remarkable progress we are making in both affordable housing and Taifa Care has been made possible by the solidarity, trust, and commitment with which Kenyans have participated in and contributed to the realization of radical positive change on an unprecedented scale. The evidence before us of real progress with real impact on people's lives should encourage and inspire us to do even more together with greater confidence and to turn Kenya into the country we all aspire to belong. Our goal is to modernize the mills, ensure prompt payment to farmers, workers' salaries and wages, and transform these once struggling factories into productive and sustainable enterprises. For years, these factories were a financial burden on the exchequer, surviving only on repeated taxpayer-funded bailouts while failing to pay farmers and workers. The government of Kenya has acknowledged its limitation in managing these mills. Let it be clearly understood that neither the factories nor their assets, including land, have been sold. They remain public property, leased under strict terms to private sector players to deliver shared value and revive the industry for the benefit of farmers, workers, communities, the sector, and the nation.
We want to invite you, Your Excellency, to ensure that devolution works. Empower the devolution. Number one, by giving more resources coming down to the counties. But, Your Excellency, those services which are not devolved can be delegated to be implemented by the county government. But, Your Excellency, I want to plead with you, do not resurrect provincial administration. Provincial administration is a relic of colonialism that has no place today in a free and independent Kenya.
Nakushukuru Mheshimiwa Rais, na mimi nataka nikuambie nitaendelea kusaidia vile unajaribu kuunganisha Kenya. Nimshukuru mzee wetu Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga ambaye ni kiongozi amesukuma siasa ya Kenya.
He also knew that Kenya's unity alone would not be enough to secure a bright future of Africa. Africa must also unite. A strong Africa, ladies and gentlemen, means a strong Kenya.
Uko katika hali ambayo ni nzuri tena kabisa. Anasema uchumi wa Kenya sasa.
Imagine a future where you can enjoy the fruits of your hard work without financial worries. A time when you can truly relax, travel, and pursue your passions. To achieve that dream, you need to plan today. With the cost of living constantly rising and inflation showing no signs of slowing down, the money you need today will be nearly 10 times higher by the time you retire. Without a solid retirement plan, you risk financial insecurity when your active income stops. That's why saving for retirement is necessary. Regardless of your age, it's never too early or too late to start planning. Engage with experts from any RBA registered individual pension plan for guidance in tailoring a retirement strategy based on your current lifestyle, future goals, and desired retirement age. This provides the fixed regular income you'll need after retirement to ensure you live comfortably without compromising your quality of life. The earlier you start saving, the more secure your future will be. Start saving for your retirement today and live your golden years the way you've always dreamed. For more information, visit our website www.rba.go.ke, call our toll-free line 0800 720 300 or email info@rba.go.ke. Secure your future. Secure your peace of mind. RBA, safeguarding your retirement benefits.
Kenya tunayoipenda, Kenya nchi tunayoipenda, tajivunia sana tuki.
From prison walls to serving the community as a medical doctor, this is the story of Ezekiel Maina, an ex-convict at Naivasha Maximum Prison, who defied all odds and pursued a Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery at the University of Nairobi.
In 2023, Ezekiel Maina graduated with a degree in medicine and surgery from the University of Nairobi. Maina, who served at the Naivasha Maximum Prison for 5 years, says after his release, the court placed him to serve 6-month non-custodial sentence of probation orders that enabled him to pursue his studies at the university.
Nikaweza kufanya examination zangu pale ya KCSE ambapo niliweza kupita mtihani wangu na nikaweza kuwekwa under probation ya miezi 6. Hapo ndipo niliweza kujitayarisha kuingia University of Nairobi. Nikaweza kuadmitiwa kufanya Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery.
He recalls the numerous challenges encountered in pursuit of his academic dream, but the probation and aftercare service came to his rescue.
Nilikuwa admitted through my sponsors wenye walinisaidia kuingia hapo kwa first year, second year, wakaweza kushindwa kulipa school fees kwa sababu hiyo school fees ya medicine ni mingi, ni kama $500,000. So nikawa siwezi kufanya mitihani yangu tena, na ni wakati huo niliweza kukumbuka kuna ile probation and aftercare.
We provide educational support, formal educational support to all offenders within our supervision, ranging from the primary to university level.
Maina, now known as Dr. Maina, is a family man.
I have 4 children. I'm married to 1 wife, and I'm happily married. I encourage young people to get married, young girls to get married too, because pia marriage inazuia mahali pakubwa sana mtu commit crime.
Currently, Dr. Maina is involved in mentorship talks and campaigns to encourage. Kasichana Masha, Lunchtime News.
Time for your sporting action, and Rose Njedu led her team of Mudheo Nguze, Elizabeth Kim Kang and Rosemary Njogu to victory during the KCB Golf Series, claiming the overall team winners prize with 111 points at the Karen Country Club. They defeated the team of Atsangol Wandem, Monica Kipchumba, Rebecca Juma and Violet Luchendo, who finished second as they both qualified for the grand finale. Alvin Mageto won the overall prize, while Joe Waigwa took home the men's prize, with Rose Mambo clinching the ladies' title. Nathan Kigemi was named the junior winner as Richard Gitahi lifted the guest title. Mugambi Kimathi won the longest drive award in the men's category as Anne-Marie Valikup did the same in the ladies' category. That story puts a cap on what we had lined up for you this Sunday afternoon. Time for me to exit and sit ground for the next program. This has been KBC Lunchtime News. I'm Doreen Arange, and Wangeshi is our sign language interpreter. Good afternoon.